Well, hello there, and welcome back to my workshop. This is episode 4 of my chest of drawers series, making a chest of drawers for storage in my workshop. Here's where we are. I've got our framing panel sides put together, and they're glued together with their legs to create the sides. And last time we also made the drawer dividers, horizontal drawer dividers, and they are joined to the leg assemblies with twin tenons. It's a good strong way for joinery. In this episode, what we're going to be doing first off is getting the top rails made. Top rails are going to go across the front and also across the back, and they're going to provide a lot of structural stability, and they're also going to give us something to attach our top to, and also define our openings for the drawers. So let's have a closer look at it here. I'm going to put it on the floor. Okay, now while we were away, I finished the back rail, and you can see it here. There's a double dovetail, and I chopped out the sockets, and I did the other one as well. So let's put this together. Not my neatest work, but you've got two dovetails, and they have to get along nicely together, so it's difficult to get everything fit just right, but it may not be pretty, but it's going to be structurally fine, and you'll never see it. So that one's done, and now what we need to do is the front rail. This dovetail pair has been done, and the other one has been laid out and marked. And what we're going to do now is just start sawing and chopping. So let's get going here. Got my saw ready to go here. Let's go. Okay, not too bad. Needs a little tuning up, but what I'm going to do now is remove the bottom 1/8 of an inch of each of these dovetails. Let you see. Can you see?
Yeah, now I can.
All right, now let me show you what I mean. I'm going to grab the other rail. This is the one that was on the back, and look at the bottom here. I've taken about 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. And that is so that when I transfer my tails to my leg and the rail for my sockets, it'll fit nicely in place, and it'll be very, very easy to mark because it's not going to move around when it's sitting in place like that. So I think you'll see what I mean once we get going here. So I'm going to use my wheel gauge just to set the depth for me and give me something that I can refer to here. I'm using a small wheel gauge because the fence is small and it allows me to get into tighter areas, so that's useful. Mark it here. These are just reference for me. You'll see as we go along. Okay, I've chiseled my notches here down to about where I want to be, and now I'm just going to chip these out. You'll see what I mean here. Give it a try here. Keep your fingers crossed. There's that one. There's that one. I'm going to pair it a little bit closer to my lines. This is why I made those scribed lines. I can see when I'm reaching my final depth. A little bit further to go here. Okay, now that's as close as I dare to go at this point. I'm going to take it the rest of the way with my router plane. Okay, I reached my stop on the router, so I've got my dovetails, I've got our piece cut out on the bottom here, so that will fit on top very nicely when I position it on top of my base and mark my tails. So I think we're all set here. When we come back, we're going to mark those sockets. And we're ready to scribe our sockets with our rabbets here on our dovetails. This should fit nicely in place. Let's try it on here. Yes, it does fit nice. And I'm just going to clamp it here just a little bit to give it a little extra stability so it doesn't move on me. Check it here. Looks good. Looks good there. Okay, all set. Let's move this so I can get at it. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's got it. Now we just have to saw and chop these sockets out. Now I've taken everything apart and I've clamped the side in my vise here. It's actually sitting on a step stool. So most of the weight is actually on the step stool and it's gently clamped in my vise. And I'm ready to saw my lines. I've darkened them, my scribe lines, and we're ready to go. Okay, now these are half-blind dovetail sockets. And what that means is, as you saw, I can't go all the way across the top of the board like I normally would and remove all the material. I have to go on a diagonal and stop where my lines stop. So that means there's wood in here that I need to chip out with a chisel. But I have a technique that I used last time. This is when I made my sawtills, or sawtill, the drawers of my sawtill. I extended these lines with a card scraper. This is a card scraper here, usually used for smoothing surfaces, but I use it to actually extend those curves. And I'll just show you what I mean here. Am I in the way?
Yep.
Okay, now that's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of chiseling. Now on this socket here, I can't do that because it's not end grain. This only works on end grain. This is edge grain here along this rail. So this I'll just have to chop out with a chisel. All right, let's get this flat on my bench and we'll start chopping. Okay. There's my lines there,
Where?
right here, and we're going to chisel this out. Okay, that's pretty close here. Now we're going to move on to the other tail socket here. And boy, I don't do this often. Let's just see the best way to do this. I think is going to be just like this. Come across like that. I think I'm really, really close there. And what I'm going to do is put it in the vise and fine tune it, and then we're going to fit it together. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. You won't see it. That's why it's not too bad. I'll fine tune a little bit, but that's it. So that's as far as we're going to go on this show with this. Now, I just wanted to mention something. The last time I made half-blind dovetails was on my Sawtail show. I made drawers, 3 of them, and here are the half-blind dovetails. And a nice feature here is that the drawer fronts are all made from the same board. So the grain runs continually across the 3 drawers. And that's a neat feature to have when you have drawers in a row like that. But while we were shooting this, I cut my finger rather badly with a chisel. So we had to stop and bandage it up. And I thought, well, we'll just get started again and reshoot that part and continue on. And that's what we did. But the blood started coming out of the bandage and we had to stop again. And while we were rebandaging my finger, I got a spot of blood right on the front of my drawer. Now that's a problem because the grain runs continuously and I couldn't just redo the front of the drawer. I had to use that drawer. So while I was wondering what we're going to do about this, Jonine came running in with a bottle of this stuff, hydrogen peroxide. I didn't even know we had it in the house, but she dabbed it with a cotton swab right on the blood stain, and like magic, it just dissolved the blood, it foamed up a little bit and took all the color right out of it. So once it was dry, it was fine. It was right here actually, and you can't see that at all. That's the actual drawer front. So a great tip, and I thought you'd find that useful as well. I've always kept a bottle of this in my shop ever since, because the sooner you get it, the better. When the blood dries, it's not going to work as well. So I thought you would like to see a demonstration of how well this stuff works. So I've got my peroxide here. I have some radiata pine. It's the exact same species that I used on this drawer. And of course, now we're going to need a blood sample. So that's where Jonine comes in. She's a nurse. She's a trained professional. Don't try this at home, but we're going to get set up here, and I'm going to smear a little bit of blood right on this sample, and we'll see how it goes. So, yes, I'm ready. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ow! Ouch. It worked. It worked. Here it goes. All right, that's not the most blood in the world. Does that mean you're going to have to get me again? Are you going to get me again?
If it doesn't come out.
I'm trying to get blood here. You can't get blood from a stone, and sometimes you can't get it from a woodworker. All right, is that enough?
Yes.
Is that enough blood for you?
Yes, put it on.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
There you
All right,
go.
there's the blood stain, okay? Now let me bandage this up before I get any more blood anywhere. Here we go. All right, and now I'm going to take a cotton swab here, Q-tip, and apply. See that? It's actually foaming up. It's weird stuff.
Make sure you use the clean side.
Apply a little, another one, more. And it's going to scrub it a little bit. Now look at that. It just takes it completely away. It vanished. It's some kind of chemical reaction. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but that is pretty amazing. Now we're going to let that dry. We're going to give a little bit of sanding, and that will be gone. So pretty neat stuff. So there we go. Pretty dramatic, I think. Useful tip in the shop. I'm just going to quick sand it here. And really, once you apply a finish, you're never going to see that. So that's a real handy tip for in the workshop. But I have to say, if flying blood droplets are a recurring problem in your workshop, if cleaning up blood spills is something you're doing on a frequent basis, you might want to reconsider your workshop safety practices. Okay? It's best to prevent these things from happening, but for the occasional nick or cut, this is a good thing to have. Hydrogen peroxide. So anyway, that's as far as we're going to go this time. When we come back, we're going to finish up our web frames. We're going to do some sliding dovetails for our vertical dividers. And then we're very, very close to the glue up. So that should be exciting. So may your blood smears be few. May your hydrogen peroxide be close at hand. Thank you for stopping by, and see you next time.
Wasn't that great?